Greetings. I recently had an encounter with Chandler Police Department, and I want to give you my experience. But first, I want to give a disclaimer. I'm not a lawyer, I'm a journalist. I'm not a lawyer, I'm a journalist. And what I found through these encounters with Chandler Police is disturbing, and the people need to know about it. I will not give any statutes or anything like that. You can consult an attorney or Google the information yourself. Let me move this over right here. So, the first thing you want to do when you have an encounter with any police officer is get a report. Get the reports, get the body cams, get everything you can. You can find it on their websites, how to order reports. After I had the encounter, I wrote a complaint, sent it certified mail to Chandler Police Department. Within, well, let me back up a moment. I ordered the CAD reports. The CAD reports came about 5 days, so I had to wait. During that 5 days, I was already preparing my complaint with the to the Chandler Police Department. During that 5 days, all I was needing was the names of the officers that responded and their badge numbers. After you do this, or after I did this, I then filed a notice of complaint. And the reason I filed it sooner than later is because time goes by and you get caught up in other things. And if you're a busy person like myself, you're going to let that time go by and you're going to miss your window of opportunity. You have 6 months from the time of that incident to file a notice of claim with Chandler Police Department or with a municipality in Arizona. This is for Arizona. Other states may be different, but in Arizona, this is what I learned. I don't know if it's true or not, but this is what I learned by doing some research. As always, consult an attorney because I'm not an attorney. I'm only sharing what I did. I filed a notice of claims based on my own evidence. And this is the next thing. As a citizen, arm yourself with a body cam. Because if you're got to wait 4 to 5 months, a lot of things could be cut out when you get it and you have nothing to compare it to. So they're going to be very careful in cutting things because I got a body cam too. And yes, there are going to be some things that are going to be cut out, but to see if they're cutting out too much stuff, I got my body cam as proof. The next thing is, just a second. Now, with the notice of claim, I sent mine off as well. Upon receipt of that notice of claim, when the city receives it, the clock starts for them. Now, a couple of things are going to happen. They're going to deny your case and not answer it. That gives you free roam to go file your lawsuit because they feel that they don't need to answer you. You can go on and file your lawsuit. They're going to contact you and negotiate or settle the matter. And those are going to be the options that they're going to have. But I'm saying this to let you all know you don't have a lot of time. Um, a family member of mine had a serious situation with an officer, and unfortunately, they were too banged up and they were not savvy enough to put things together. They didn't know what to do, and by the time they called a lawyer, the statute of limitation had expired because they only had 6 months to file their notice, and they missed the statute. They waited 6 months because they said they just forgot. They was busy trying to recover. They were working, life, things like that. So for those reasons alone, you want to do things while the fire is hot. Plus, everything is still fresh in your mind. The other thing I want to say is to the citizens of Chandler, it's a crying shame that a city that is this affluent will withhold this evidence for 5 months, knowing you only have 6 months to file your notice of claim. I requested 911 calls from police departments across the country, and they responded to me within 4 to 5 weeks with the information. When you look at the news, you'll see that reporters have the 911 call because they're getting that information out. It's not matter if it's a national case or anything. That should be normal for things to come out like that. 4 to 5 months, people forget they even had a case, and the people of Chandler need to have that looked at. Why is it taking so long? Because in my opinion, as a journalist, it's taking so long because there are questionable actions going on with that important piece of document. And I say questionable actions are going on. You can do a lot of magic with video editing these days. Instead of saying uh, uh, a curse word, you can replace it with something else. You can do a lot of editing. There's too much um, editing software available to make things look seamless. So that is my time, and I just wanted to let people know that you don't have a lot of time when you have an encounter, unfortunate encounter with police officers. You need to, one, file a complaint. Well, let's back up. One, order all the documents available, 911 calls, um, whatever that's available, dash cams, body cams, whatever is available, you want to order it. If it's on their website, order everything. Get the police reports. Once you get the police reports, or while you're waiting on your police reports to come in with the officers' names and everything, badge numbers, you need to be recording on a open up your YouTube recording and record fresh in your mind what happened if you didn't have a body cam. The next thing you need to do once you get the report and all the officers' name, file that complaint. That's a separate situation from itself. Internal affairs is going to take however long it takes for them to come send you a letter and say our officers didn't do anything and we reviewed the information and we don't feel that our officers was out of order. Expect them to say that. Do not expect them to say, oh, we really messed up and we apologize. Expect the worst. Expect them to say we don't see nothing wrong with what we did. The next thing is, once you file your complaint with the police department, You now need to file a notice of claim, and you need to research your state laws. In Arizona, you have 6 months to file a notice of claim, and that's what it's called, a notice of claim. It will detail, and once you go look up what a notice of claim is, it will tell you what to put into that notice of claim, what you need to have inside that notice of claim. Again, I'm not a lawyer, so I'm not giving you information. I'm only expressing what happened with me. And once I finish with that,